Let's go! Simulan natin. DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015. Good evening po sa lahat. Sir Melvin Buracho Corner here. At para po sa mga bago rito, you click the subscribe button para updated ka agad kapag si Sir Melvin ay nagla-live, no? At para po sa mga matagal na rito, tandaan nyo po na lahat ng mga pinapadrill ni Sir Melvin rito, kapag napanood mo na, huwag ka nang kabahan, you work on your self-confidence dahil pasado ka na. Kapag napanood mo, na master mo, nasabayan mo ko, ang ibig lamang pong sabihin ng board examination is formality sa pagkuha mo ng lisensya mo. Because you have passed it when you were able to, to cope with me, no? Sa akin pong pinapadrill na content related to the board examinations. At para po sa mga bago rito, you can watch the previous videos para po makakasabay ka sa mga ginagawa natin rito, para po malaman mo na, okay, eto pala yung ginagawa ni Sir Melvin dito, kaya pala ang daming pumasa, kaya pala ang daming nagtatap, dahil inuulit-ulit at binibilisan natin yung pagpapadrill para ma-program yung utak mo na pagdating ng board examination, hindi na lang po ikaw yung sumasagot doon. Kasama mo na po si Sir Melvin, nakikinig ka na lang sa akin doon, kudigo mo na yung utak ko dahil magsasalita ako when you take the board examination kapag ka inuulit-ulit mo ang video natin. Naglalaba, namamalansya, nagbabantay ng bata, kahit anong ginagawa mo. Nagluluto, just listen to me, sabayan mo yung mga padrill ko, lalo na kapag bibilisan ko yung mga portion na wala ng break, no? Bilisan na. Ayun, sabayan mo yun. To tell you, it will be a great help para sa ordinary students. Okay? Para sa mga matatalino, you don't need me. I swear, you have to leave me here. Kasi po, para po sa mga ordinaryong estudyante lamang po ito. Kapag matalino ka, tapos napakasimple ng paliwanag ko, you cannot relate and you will feel bored, no? Sa mga ordinaryong estudyante, magkakaintindihan tayo dahil si Sir Melvin ay ordinaryong estudyante lamang. Ako po ay natututo sa mga bagay na tinuturo ko rito dahil po saan? Sa masinsinang pag-aaral. Every day, every single moment na meron akong oras sa pag-aaral, you should spend doing so. Okay? As I did. And everything, no, will fall into place. Mahirap magpapadrill, subukan nyo. Yung mga ginagawa ko rito, try to do it. Binilisan. Parang naka-record na lahat, naka-program na sa utak. Gawin nyo yun. At makikita ninyong hindi madali. So, kapag nakikita nyo hindi madali, I hope I will get the return of investment by what? By passing the board examination. Ang pinakahangad ko lamang po sa bawat isa sa inyo, magiging isa kayo sa mga pangarap ninyo. Kunin niyo yung lisensya. This September 25 is just the formality of it. Okay? Let's start. Ilang ulit ko nang sinasabing let's start, pero hindi pa rin ako nag-i-start. DepEd Order Series of 2015. Ang board exam kasi, lagi itong tinatanong, may 4, may 5 question, may 6, minsan umabot po ng 10. Okay? Bakit ba? Kasi po napaka-relevant nito, di ba? Kapag teacher ka, isa sa mga ginagawa mo is assessment and reporting. In order for you to report, give feedback to the students, you have to do what? Assessments. So pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang mga assessments, and then pag-uusapan din natin ngayon kung paano i-grade ang bata, kailan ka magre-report, at paano mo i-determine yung grade ng bata, kailan ka magre-retain, kailan ka magpo-promote, okay? Ano yung assessment for, as and of, in the context of the classroom instruction. Okay? Sige. So let's go. Pansinin natin to ng mabuti. Dahil po alam ko na nasasagot ninyo yung mga katanungan related to this, but hindi talaga to hinimay, no? Hindi talaga to iniisa-isa na i-discuss sa inyo. Or maybe meron sa inyong nakapag-aral na, but most of you hindi talaga hinimay ito. Nagbabasa lang ng reviewer, sumasagot, ito yung alam ko. So actually po ang atin pong grading system is under the DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015, kung saan nakapaloob po ang lahat ng guidelines kung paano i-rate ang bata. So let's go. Okay. There are our sources, no? tutorials.istudypsu.edu, testing 2. And then also deped.gov.ph. And we also have there another from the K-12 Basic Education Program. Let's go! Simulan natin. Ayun. So question. How do we determine the grades for kindergartens? How do we determine the grades for kindergartens? Ano natin kino-compute yung grades ng kindergarten? Meron ba silang numerics? Sige nga, very good. No numerical value. Ang pinag-uusapan lang natin dito, pwede ba checklist? Sagot, pwede ba checklist? Yes. Pwede ba portfolio? Yes or no? Yes, very good. Again, for the grades for kindergarten, you can do checklist and you can also have portfolio. Malinaw? Yes, ayan. Checklist and portfolio. Kapag naman po pinag-uusapan ang grades 1 to 10, ang grades 1 to 10, how do we determine the grades of grades 1 to 10? Sagutin nyo ako. Sige nga. How do we determine the grades of the grades 1 to 10? Okay, very good. No, we are trying to get the average, no, of the 4 quarters. Again, kapag po sinasabing grade 1 to 10, ang atin lamang pong pag-compute sa kanilang final grade ay kinuha natin ang the arithmetic mean of the 4 quarters, no? Kapag 80 sa first quarter, 80 sa second quarter, 80 sa third at 80 sa fourth, ang kanyang final grade ay 80. Very good, no? And then kapag naman po ang ating grade 11 and 12, paano daw natin, no, dinidetermine ang kanilang ang tawag dito? Paano natin dinidetermine ang kanilang grades, no? How do we determine the grades of the grade 11 and 12 senior high school? Yes, sige nga, 4 quarters pa rin ba? Okay, no? The 2 semesters determines the final grade. Okay, again, the 2 semesters determine the final grades. Tama ba? 2 quarters determine the final grade in a semester. O, hindi po 2 semester. Teachers, kailan nyo po natutunan na 2 semesters? 2 quarters. Okay? 2 quarters determine the final grade in a semester. Okay? Kasi po may dalawang semestre at ang semestre na yan ay may dalawang quarters. Yes. Yun. Sige nga, i-drill natin ulit. Again, pag sinasabi natin kindergarten, pwede ka bang mag-checklist dyan? Yes. Pwede ka bang mag-portfolio? Yes. Pwede ka bang magbigay ng numerical value? No. Punta tayo sa grades 1 to 10. Pwede ka bang magbigay dyan ng numerical value? Yes. Paano kunin ang kanyang final grade? Get the arithmetic average, no? Get the mean of the 4 quarters. Again, how do we get the grades for senior high school? 2 quarters, what? Determines the final grade. Malinaw yan? Yes, that's according to DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. Let's go. So malinaw na yun ha. Diyan yan galing. So next. Pag pinag-usapan naman natin ang tanong na to, it is the process of identifying, gathering, organizing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative data of the learner's performance. What is the term being referred to? A, assessment. B, evaluation. C, formative assessment. Letter D, summative assessment. Again, it is the process. Process daw siya, no? In identifying, in gathering, in organizing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative data of the learner's performance. What is it? When you say quantitative, number or letters? Number. When you say qualitative, letters. Very good. Now, what is summative assessment? Punta tayo sa letter D muna. Okay? How do we answer Prof. Ed questions? add one out. Elimination method. Tanggalin mo yung mga distractors na obvious. Okay? So, sino dyan ang obvious na distractor? Yan si summative at si formative assessment. Kasi po, ang tinatanong dyan, anong klase daw, no, ng term ang gagamitin mo kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay ang gathering, identifying, organizing. So, obviously, alam natin na si formative is about mastery. No? Alam natin na si summative, all about assessment of learning. So, ang alam mo dyan, i-apply mo dahil po, hindi sila agad masasali sa pwedeng tamang sagot kapag in-apply mo na yung natutunan mo sa kanila. So again, summative, kailan ka nagbibigay ng summative? After the instruction. Is it assessment of or assessment as? Assessment of learning. Okay? Kapag formative naman po, kailan niya ibibigay ni teacher? Kailan mo ibibigay yan? Kapag ikaw yung guro. Ibibigay mo yan kapag ikaw ay ayan, nag-i-instruct pa lamang. You're doing the instruction. So, hindi siya kasali dahil hindi naman po yung tanong. Okay? So, C and D are obviously not the correct answers. Let's go to letter B, evaluation. Ang alam natin sa evaluation, kung atin po talagang himayin, evaluation is all about assigning grades, di ba? Again, evaluation is all about assigning grades. Therefore, when you assign grades, you are doing what? You are doing judgment. So, obviously, kapag evaluation, pasok sa utak na merong judgment. Merong assigning of grades. Kapag formative, mastery lamang yan. Kapag summative, after the instruction, that is also about evaluation because you are trying to assign grades after the summative assessment. Now, ang tinatanong lamang po, process. That's assessment. Okay? Assessment po is the process of identifying, gathering, organizing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative data or data of learners' performance. So again, i-drill natin. Pag sinasabi natin assessment of learning, sino sa apat dyan? Summative. Ayan. Kapag naman po mastery, formative. Kapag naman po judgment, assignment of grades, evaluation. Kapag naman po process of identifying, gathering, qualitative and quantitative data, that's assessment. Kapag naman po tinanong ka, what kind of assessment is identifying the weaknesses and strengths of the learners? Diagnostic. Kapag naman po gusto kong malaman kung magaling ka sa isang subject area, aptitude test. Kapag sinection kita, okay, dyan ka sa section 1 dahil mas magaling ka, pero nagpapatest ako sa'yo bago ko gawin yan. Placement exam, okay? Kapag naman po LET, ano ang tawag dyan? Assessment of learning yan. So, malinaw yun. Yan. Let's go to the next item. Tadaan! A test or quiz is used to examine knowledge of something to determine what has learned. Again, a test or quiz is used to examine knowledge of something to determine what has learned. Hindi naman pala tanong to. Definition lamang to sa mga dapat nyong i-take down note, no? Yung mga terminologies na hindi pwedeng mapagpalit. Of course, lagi nating pinagpalit yung assessment at evaluation at ang test at ang assessment. Okay? So, a test po or quiz is used to examine knowledge of something to determine what has learned. And then, evaluation is the process of making judgment. So, underline the word judgment. Ano yung gagamitin mo kapag ikaw ay mag-judge? Use criteria. What are the criteria or the rubrics? Sorry, pwede rin gumamit ng rubrics. What are the two kinds of rubrics? The holistic and the analytical. Kapag holistic po, madaling gawin, and then kabuuan ang pinapakita. Kapag naman po may performance indicators, takes longer time, that's analytical. Tanong, which is most reliable? Ang sagot dyan, analytical. Okay? Pero which is easier to use? Ang sagot, holistic. Tanong, sino ang pinakamagandang gamitin kapag kulang ka sa oras? Sino ang pinakamagandang gamitin kapag kulang ka sa oras? Very good. Holistic. Okay, ulitin natin. Kapag sinasabi nating used to examine knowledge of something to determine what has learned, that's test. Kapag sinasabi naman nating making judgment, that's evaluation. What do you use when you evaluate? Rubrics. What are the two kinds of rubrics? Very good. The holistic and the analytical. Kapag sinasabi nating may indicators, specifics, that's analytical. Kapag sinasabi naman po nating general masyado yung binibigay niyang criteria, that's holistic. Sino ang madaling gamitin? Si holistic. Sino ang pinakamadaling gawin? Si holistic. Sino naman po yung kailangan po ng mahabang oras para ma-produce siya? That's analytical. Tanong, kapag may ikli ka na lang na oras sa paggawa ng isang rubric, ano yung gagamitin mo? Holistic or analytical? Very good. Holistic. Malinaw yan? Very good, teachers. Sige, i-drill natin mula simula hanggang dito. Tingnan natin kung maalala mo. Okay, what is the DepEd order? For the grades of the students, DepEd order 8 series of 2015. Paano mo i-grade ang mga bata? Very good. Paano mo i-grade ang mga kindergarten? That's checklist. And what's the other one? Portfolio. Paano mo naman i-grade yung grade 1 to 10? Get the sum of the 4 quarters and then get its average. No? How do you get its average? Add the 4 raw grades and then you divide it by how many quarters. So 4 quarters, divide mo ng 4, yun yung final grade niya. Kapag naman po grades 11 and 12, how do you get the grades? Very good. Sum of 2 quarters determines the final grade in a semester. Malinaw yun. Yes, what about the process of gathering, identifying, and interpreting? That's assessment. Kapag naman po making judgment, that's evaluation. At kapag nag-evaluate ka, ano yung gagamitin mo? Rubrics. What are the two kinds of rubrics? Holistic and analytical. Sino yung pinakamadaling gamitin? Holistic. Sino yung maikling oras lamang kaya mo nang ma-produce? Holistic. Sino naman po yung nangangailangan ng mahabang oras? Analytical. Sino ang pinakamagandang gamitin? Analytical. Malinaw yon. Yes, what about what is being used to examine knowledge or something that has being learned? What do you use? A test. Very good. An example of a summative test is, an example of assessment of learning is summative test. An example of assessment for learning is formative test. Sino doon ang mastery? Formative. Sino naman yung nag-identify ng weaknesses and strengths? Diagnostic. Sino naman po yung measure ko ang kakayahan mo in a specific area of knowledge? Aptitude test. Malinaw yun? Yes. Next item. What do we do inside the classroom? What do we assess pala? Sorry. What do we assess inside the classroom? A. Content standards. B. Performance standards. C. Learning competencies. D. Concept development. Again, what do we assess inside the classroom? Sagot. Ready to read? Sige nga. Parang bago tong konsepto sa inyo. Kasi hindi po to na binabasa ko yung mga reviewers na napag-aralan ko noon. Wala itong mga ganiring tanong, no? Yung ano daw yung ina-assess mo? Is it the content? Is it the performance? Is it the learning competencies? Or is it the concept development? Sige, makakatama rito. Top-notcher. Magta-top sa board exam. Okay. Ang tamang sagot rito is minsan, no, kapag sa buhay kasi minsan kapag pinapapili ka, bakit ka papipili kung pwede naman silang lahat? Actually, class, no, the content standards the performance standards, the learning competencies, and the concept development, that's what we assess inside a classroom. Okay? Oh, sir. Hindi mo sinabi. Pinapili mo pa kami. Yes, silang apat po. I-discuss natin silang apat ha. Okay, number 1. What should the learners know? Ano yan? Content standards? Sige, pili. What should the learners know? What answers, what should the learners know? Content standards, performance standards, learning competencies, concept development. Pili sa apat. What should the learners know? Very good. Content standards. Okay? Ano yung kailangang malaman ng mga bata? That's content standards. Kapag naman po, what are they going to do with what they know? Ano daw ang gagawin nila sa nalaman nila? Ano naman yan? Very good. Performance, no? Do. Tingnan nyo yung clue word na yan. Kapag content standards, no. Kapag naman po performance standards, do. Okay? Malinaw? No, do. Content, performance. Okay? Next. Kapag naman po attitude shown, saan yan? Attitude shown, saan yan kabilang? Sabihin nyo sa akin. Ano yung pangatlo kanina? Okay. The attitude shown belongs to, ano yun? Learning competencies. Okay? Tandaan nyo po na laging sinasabi ni Sir Melvin, what is the evidence of learning? Ano daw ang ebidensya ng pagkatuto? Di ba lagi kong sinasabi, change of attitude, change of behavior. Kapag meron ng change of behavior, meaning learning takes place. Malinaw yun? Yes, okay. Ang lahat po, progression, pag sinasabi nating progression, that's concept development. Okay? Isipin natin na ang learning po is a continuous process. Hindi po yan tumitigil. Ayan. So, 1 oras at kalahati na pagdi-discuss. Learning is a continuous process. Sige, i-drill natin ulit. Again, pag sinasabi nating no, content standards. Pag sinasabi nating do, performance standards. Pag sinasabi nating behavior, that's competencies, the learning competencies. What is the evidence of learning? Change of behavior. At kapag naman po progression, concept development. What do we assess inside the classroom? CPLC, Content, Performance, Learning, and Concept Development. Malinaw yun, teachers? Yes, i-drill natin mula simula hanggang dito. Kaya, again, i-drill natin mula simula hanggang dito. Kaya nyo ba? Bilisan lang natin. Okay? How do we... Ayan. Ayos? Okay. Sige. Bilisan ha. Sumagot ka dyan kapag alam mo. Kapag hindi mo naman alam, kopyahin mo yung answer ng katabi mo. Ang hindi magsasalita, babagsak. Ayos? Oh, very good. Buti na yung malinaw, di ba? O, sige. Grades for kindergarten. Checklist and portfolio. Grades for grades 1 to 10. Very good. That sum of 4 quarters get its average. What about for grades for senior high school? 2 quarters determine the final grade. Anong batas yan? Ay, anong DepEd order yan? DepEd order number 8, series of 2015. It is the process of identifying, gathering data, quantitative and qualitative data, assessment, making judgment, evaluation. What about for assessment of learning? Sandun yung example, summative test. What about for mastery learning? Ano dyan yung example? Formative assessment. Formative, of or for? For. Very good. Again, of or for? For. When you do evaluation, what do you need? Rubrics. Kapag madaling gawin, holistic. Kapag mahabang oras gawin, that's analytic. Sino yung pinakamagandang gamitin? Analytic. Pero sino ang pinakamagandang gamitin kapag kulang ka na sa oras? That's holistic. Okay? Malinaw? Very good. What do we assess inside the classroom? Content? Sige nga, kaya mo? Content? Ano yung pangalawa? Performance? Ano yung pangatlo? learning competencies. Ang pang-apat, concept development. Sino doon ang to know? What should the learners know? Content standards, attitude shown, learning competencies. Ayan, wala na sila. What about for progression? Concept development. What about for what the learners can do? Performance standards. Okay? Ang apat na yon ang dapat mong i-assess inside the classroom. Next item. So nakakasabay ka ba dyan? Nasagot mo na lahat. Very good. Kapag nasagot mo, palakpakan mo ang sarili mo. Ibig sabihin, tumatalino ka na. Next. Pag-usapan natin ang formative and summative assessment. Okay? Kasi lagi po itong ginagamit sa LET. Kasi po, nasa DepEd order naman talaga na ang formative at summative assessments ay ang mga terms na lagi nilang inuulit-ulit. No? Kaya po, lagi rin itong inuulit-ulit kapag nagkataon na ipinapakita ng LET ang DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. Ano yung 4? Si formative o si summative? Very good. That's formative. Ano naman po si of? That's summative. Pag-usapan natin to. Pag sinasabi natin formative class, this is an assessment that can be integrated in all parts of the lesson. Say for example, nag-discuss ka, no? And then gusto mong malaman kung ang entry of knowledge ay maayos pa ba. You can give a short quiz. That's formative assessment. Tapos after mong magbigay ng formative assessment, nagpatuloy ka, and then after the entire discussion, nagbigay ka na naman ng quiz. Is it formative or is it evaluation already? It's still formative kasi po hindi ka pa tapos magturo. Hindi mo pa alam no na ang bata ay master na ba sa content standard sa apat po na kailangan mong i-master no, yung apat na i-assess mo inside the classroom. So tandaan nyo po na ang formative assessment, hindi ka pa tapos magturo. Kahit tapos ka nang mag-discuss, pero gusto mo pa rin malaman ang mastery, ibig sabihin po, hindi ka pa tapos magturo. So ibig sabihin, this can be done also individual or collaborative. No? Pwede mo pong isahan, pwede rin pong by group. And then, short quiz ang formative assessment. Tandaan nyo po na kapag mahaba na po yung mga long quiz, yung mga yung mga monthly exam, sila po ay tinatawag ng assessment of learning. Pag short quiz lamang po 1 to 10, 1 to 5, that is formative assessment. It is given during and then after discussion. Okay? Tapos ka na mag-discuss, you can still give formative assessment. Next. Pag sinasabi naman po, okay, eto, tanong. Are formative assessments recorded? Again, are formative assessments recorded? Yes or no? Do we record formative assessment? May nagsagot ng no, may sagot ng sometimes, may nagsagot ng yes, sige. So may purpose na pumarito ka ngayong gabi. Dahil kapag itatanong to ng board, at least ang 1,885 people na nanonood makakasagot na ngayon. Ayan. Sige, sagot. Okay, nakakakita ako ng reasonable answers. Sige po. Now, ang atin pong iisipin agad kapag sinasabi nating recorded, that will affect the grades of the students. Well, recording the formative assessments will give you idea of the progress of the child, but it should not be recorded. It should not be graded. No, it should not affect the final grade of the learner. So to answer you directly, are formative assessments recorded in the context of giving grades? No. And then, sir, what about if nabasa namin sa board exam, are formative assessments recorded? Sagot, no. It's not recorded. Okay? You are not going, kasi po, kapag sinasabi nating record, that means you have to write it on the class record. Yun po yung pinunto po ng DepEd Order number 8. So, agad mo na pong isasagot ha. Huwag kang malito. Formative assessments are not recorded. Okay? Ano yung recorded? Ang summative. Sir, sabi mo kanina, i-record siya. In the context of checking the progress, you have to write it down. But that does not mean that it will affect the grades. Pero kapag tinanong ka na ganitong tanungan talaga, do you record formative assessments? Sagot, no. Okay, you read DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015 and it is stated there that yes, recorded po ang summative. Na po ang recorded. Ha? Ang formative, no. Hindi yan dapat nire-record sa class record. That is only for the sole purpose of checking if the learner was able to master. But it shall not affect the grade of the student. Tapos, merong mali, no? Kasi po, noong elementary tayo, binigyan tayo ng quiz, nire-record ni teacher. Yes po, formative is just for mastery of the lesson. Pero ang problema sa atin, kita nyo, formative assessment tapos nire-record ni teacher noon. Hindi pala pwede yun, class. Okay? You should not record formative assessment. Pero teaching practice talaga natin. We record them. Pustahan tayo. Pagdating mo ng ng DepEd, tapos nagpapa-exam ka, after discussion mo, nagpapa-exam ka, i-record mo. Hindi po recorded yan, ha? Oo. Akala ko na i-record kasi. Yes, ang other schools requires you to record them. But no, formative assessment should not be recorded. Okay? It should only check if the students were able to master. So kapag nagtuturo ka na po, wag mo i-record ha. Klaro yan. Okay? Mag-record ka lang po kapag weekly quiz, kapag monthly quiz, kapag unit test, kapag summative test, kapag periodical test. Pero kung formative test, pagkatapos mong mag-discuss, nag-exam ka, tapos i-record mo, that's a no. Okay? Hindi pa po yan pwedeng tawaging assessment of learning. Next. Oo nga, nung grade 6 ako, recorded. Yes, ako rin noon. Oo. At natutunan natin ngayon na hindi pala pwede. Ang iba, sabi ng iba, sometimes pwede record. No, it should not because that's not part of the it's not part of the assessment of learning because that's the only time that you give grades, that you assign grades. Kapag po after discussion pa lang, that's still part of the entirety of your discussion of the lesson, no? In that specific period na diniscuss mo ang isang lesson. So hindi pwede. Formative assessment should not be recorded. Next. Summative, ito na yung i-record natin. This is long quiz. Kanina po, formative, short quiz. Ang summative, long quiz. Malinaw? Yes. Can be individual or collaborative. Pwede siya. And then, learners will synthesize. Okay? Bakit synthesizing ang ginawang ang clue natin rito? Kasi po, based on the topics being discussed, say for example, sa isang buong linggo, okay? Nag-discuss ka ng isang unit. So, nag-discuss ka ng isang unit sa buong linggo, ibig sabihin, the students will synthesize something out from those topics na na-discuss mo. That's all about summative assessment. Okay? Next. Tanong, is it recorded as basis for grades? Summative assessments, pwede ba siyang i-record as basis for grades? Sagot, yes or no? Okay. So at least malinaw na yun, teachers. Okay? Summative assessment can be recorded as basis for grades. But formative assessments is not recorded as basis for grades. You can just jot them down. You can make notes of them for you to see if the child were able to get the minimum competency required. Okay? 60 is equivalent to 75. Tandaan niyo po yan. 60 is equivalent to 75. Next. Components of summative assessments. Okay, we have these components, no? When we talk about summative assessments, first, we have this written work. Ito na yung sinasabi natin, di ba? Kasi na-confuse tayo noon na ang written work, inilagay natin doong formative assessment. Mali yun. Di ba? Noong nag-practicum ka, for sure, kapag after mong nag-discuss, nagbigay ka ng exam, isinusulat natin sa written works. Mali yun. Written works is part of the summative assessments. Okay? And then we also have the PT or the performance tasks. And then the last one is the quarterly assessments. Ayos? So hindi pala ang quiz na 1 to 10 na binibigay natin noon, hindi pala siya pwede sa summative assessments kapag po after the discussion mo siya binigay. Hindi mo siya i-record. Okay? And hindi siya part ng written works. Ang part lamang po ng written works ay ang long quiz, unit test, summative test, okay? Yung mga test na mahahaba, yung mga test na nagte-test ng mga natutunan ng bata sa isang buong linggo o sa isang buong buwan. Okay? So, ulitin natin. I-record ba ang affirmative? No. Mastery lamang ba siya? Yes. Ano yung i-record natin? Summative. Short quiz. Ano yan? Formative or summative? Formative. Ang long quiz? Summative. Very good. Kapag sinasabi naman po nating learners will synthesize. Summative. Now, pwede bang i-record ang summative as basis for grades? Yes. Now, what are the components of summative assessments? Written works, performance task, QQQ assessments, no? Quarterly assessments. Ito yung periodical test na tinatawag. Next, examples of each component. You identify ano ba siya? Written work ba siya? Performance task ba siya? Or QA ba siya? Example, long quiz. Written work, performance task, or quarterly assessment. Long quiz po is part of the written works. Okay? Yes, i-upload ko po ito after the live. What about for prepare students for quarterly assessments? Ano yan? What prepares the students for quarterly assessments? That's still written works. Very good. Again, ulitin natin. Long quiz, written works. What about what prepares students for quarterly assessments? Written works pa rin. What about presentations? Performance task. What are the kinds of presentations that we have? Ano yan? Yung mga role play, yung mga news reporting, yung mga performance task na ginagawa ng mga bata. Next, kapag naman po research projects. Research projects. Very good. That's still performance task. Kapag naman po given at the end of the quarter. What is given at the end of the quarter? Tandaan niyo po itong mga notes na to Lahat po ito galing sa DepEd Order Series of 2015. Number 8 po siya. Okay, given at the end of the quarter is the QA. Okay? Again, ulitin natin. Again, pag sinasabi natin long quiz, very good. That's WW. Pag sinasabi natin what prepares the students for quarterly assessments, that's written work pa rin. What about for presentations? That's performance task. What about for research projects? Performance task pa rin. What about for given at the end of the quarter? QA. Okay, QA. What are the purposes of each component? Okay, ano ba daw ang purpose? Kanina, anong yung example? Ngayon, ano yung purpose ng bawat component? Sa WW, ano kaya yung purpose? Tchadan! Assess understanding of concept in written form. Tandaan niyo po yan. Again, ang written work po, it will assess understanding of concept in written form. Kapag naman po sinasabi nating learners will be prepared for the QA, written work pa rin yan. Okay? And then encourages inquiry. Ano naman yan? Encourages inquiry. What encourages inquiry? QA? No. What encourages inquiry? That's performance task. What about for long period of time? Long period of time. That's performance task. What about for freedom to express? Freedom to express. That's performance task pa rin. What about opportunity to demonstrate? Performance task pa rin. What about synthesize all learning skills? Synthesize all learning skills. That's quarterly assessment. Diba sinabi ko kanina, kapag synthesize, summative assessment yan, quarterly assessment, lagi nating ginagawa ang mga bagay na yan. Meron tayong table of specification para ma-synthesize ang lahat ng learning skills na covered po ng iyong discussion sa buong quarter. Okay? Sige, ulitin natin. Sige nga. Again, ang long quiz ay example. Sige, bilisan natin. Ang long quiz ay example of WW. What about for prepare students for QA? WW. What about for presentations? PT. What about for research projects? PT pa rin. What about for at the end of the quarter? That's QA. Let's go to the purpose. Ano ang purpose ng WW? It will help the students assess their understanding in written form. What about for learners are prepared for QA? WW pa rin yan. What encourages inquiry? PT. What about for it takes longer period of time, no, for you to prepare the presentation? That's PT. What about for freedom to express? That's performance task pa rin. What about opportunity to demonstrate? That's PT pa rin. What about for synthesizing all learning skills? That's WW. QA, quarterly assessments. Okay? Punta tayo sa kailan ibibigay ang formative at summative, no? Pag sinasabi nating, wait for a while, nawala. Okay. Pag sinasabi nating end of every topic or unit, ano daw ang ibibigay mo dyan? End of every topic or unit, you can give written work there. Okay? Next, at the end of a lesson focusing on a skill. End of the lesson focusing on the skill. That's performance task. Okay? Sorry, you have to answer WW, PT, and QA. You have to answer the 3 only. Sige. Pag sinasabi nating end of every topic or quarter, or unit, that's WW. Pag sinasabi natin end of a lesson focusing on the skill, that's PT. Skill, PT. Okay? Pag sinasabi natin once every quarter, that's quarterly assessment. Malinaw? Yes. Now, i-drill natin lahat. Okay? Tingnan natin kung kaya mo. Let's go! At the end of every topic or unit, ano ibibigay mo? WW. Kapag specific skill, PT. Kapag naman po at the end of the quarter, that's quarterly assessment. Sa purpose niya, what encourages inquiry? PT. What about assess understanding? WW. Given once every quarter. That's quarterly assessment. Long quiz. WW. Again, long quiz. WW. What about short quiz? Formative assessment. Again, short quiz. Formative assessment. Grades for kindergarten. Portfolio and checklist. What about for senior high school? 2 quarters determines the final grade in a semester. What about for making judgments? Evaluation. In doing evaluation, what do you use? Rubrics. What are the 2 kinds of rubrics? Holistic and analytic. Sino yung gamitin mo na pinakamaganda? Analytic. Pero sino yung gamitin mo na pinakamaganda kapag maikli na lang ang oras? Maikli na lang. That's holistic. Okay? Again, maikli na lang ang oras. That's holistic. Again, kapag nag-synthesize na ang mga bata, QA, PT, or WW? Synthesize. that's QA. Kapag naman po assess understanding, that's written work. Kapag naman po performance or skill, that's PT. Again, performance or skill, that's PT. Long quiz, that's PT. I mean, no, that's WW. Again, long quiz, that's WW. What are the three components of summative assessment? WW, PT, and the written, the QA. Okay? So those are the three components of the summative assessment. Now, let's go to the next part. We have here, what is the lowest grade that can be given to a learner? What is the lowest grade that can be given to a learner? Sige nga. Pinakamaliit na grado na pwede mong ibigay sa isang learner. So kapag lumabas to sa board exam, you are blessed that you are here, na? You are very blessed na nanood ka ngayon. Bigay ko to, Big Be. Oh. Sige nga. What is the lowest grade that can be given to a learner? $75. Lowest grade, 75. Thank you, Be. Hi sa vlog ko. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Nag-grade 1 ako, guys.
Nag-grade 1 ako, guys.
Nya ka mo na kang basa? Hindi pa. Praktisan baka, daddy. Ay, no, pasalamat katong nagpa-Jollibee nimo. Salamat, guys.
Salamat, guys.
Inamping mo, guys.
Amping mo, guys.
Tarungan ninyo ang board exam.
Tarungan yung board exam.
Papasa na ba?
Papasa na ba?
Magtatap na?
Magtatap na?
Last board exam mo na ba to?
Last exam.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.
Amping mo.
Amping mo.
Tara. Anong grade? What's the lowest grade? Ito na, okay. The lowest grade that you can give is 60. Okay. 60. You can give 60. That's the lowest grade, no? That you can give. Bakit yung iba 75? So, ibig sabihin lahat pasado. Oh, hindi po pwede yan, no? 60 is the lowest grade that you can give. No. Sorry. Mali po yung 60 is equivalent to 75 na ang lowest grade na po na mag-reflect sa card. Sabi ko kanina, yung 60, say for example, transmuted kasi ang ating grades, no? Transmuted meaning change. That means kapag 60 ang grade mo na nag-reflect sa iyong initial grade, ang final grade mo dyan, 75. Okay? Pero, what is the lowest grade that you can give the learner? That's 60. Okay? You can give the learner 60. But that does not mean na 75 yan. Kasi po, nag-undergo na yan ng transmutation. So, ibig sabihin, maybe nasa 55 or 50 yung grado ng bata, ang final grade niya is 60. Okay? Pero again, kapag ang initial grade niya ay 60, that is transmuted to 75. Pero ang tanong dyan, what is the lowest grade can be given to a learner? The lowest grade is 60. Malinaw hindi? 60 is the lowest grade. And hindi na ibig sabihin dyan 75 yan. No. 60 na talaga na 60. 60. Hagbong. Fail. Bagsak. Okay? Now, tanong, pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil sa kanyang absences? Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil marami siyang absent? Yes or no? Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil marami siyang absent? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. May nag-yes, may nag-no. So, ibig sabihin pala, blessed kayo na nanood kayo tonight. Lalo na po yung nagkakamali. Yung mga nagkakamali, you're so blessed na nanood kayo tonight. Okay. Sige. Yes or no? Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil marami siyang absent? According to the DepEd Order, number 8 series of 2015, the answer is yes. Kapag ang absent ng bata ay 20% or more sa total number of classes, siya ay pwedeng ibagsak ni teacher. Okay? Talaga ba, sir? Yes po, no? Example, 200 school days. Ilan ba ang 20% dyan? 40. So, ibig sabihin, 40 days na nag-absent ang bata, pwede na siyang ibagsak ni teacher. Given na walang valid reasons. Okay? Kasi kapag valid naman ang reason, magbigay ka ng special exam and classes. Pero kapag walang valid reason, you can fail the children or the learner because of his or her absences. Malinaw yon. Ibagsak mo ang bata. Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil sa absences? Yes, kapag ang kanyang absences ay 20% or more or above, no? Sa total number of classes. Malinaw? Bawal na daw po magbagsak. Bawal, hindi po bawal mangbagsak. Pero may problema ka kapag nang bagsak ka. Kasi po, maraming paliwanag ang dapat mong gawin. Okay? Nag-home visitation ka ba? Ano bang ginawa mo para ang bata bumalik sa pag-aaral? Tapos, PBB mo, yung mga bonuses mo dyan, ayan, marami ka talagang i-accomplish. No? Kaya, si teacher, na ayaw na po ng hassle, ipasa na lang natin yan. 75 na lang yan. Ang problema sa next teacher, okay, non-readers, dumating ng grade 6, kasi po ayaw ibagsak. May problema talaga itong No Child Left Behind. Kasi po, kahit non-reader na-promote na, dahil ayaw ni teacher ibagsak, dahil napakahaba ng proseso, napakaraming paliwanag na dapat gawin ni teacher. Bakit mo ibinagsak to? What did you do? What have you done? Teacher factor na naman. Kasalanan na naman ni teacher. Kaya, pinapasa na lang. Okay? Yun po yun. Ayos? Yeah, so ulitin natin. What is the lowest grade that you can give the learner? 60. Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil sa kanyang absences? Yes. 20% and above, no? Sa kanyang absences, pwede mong ibagsak ang bata. Now, tanong, pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil, when do you promote and retain the child? Pwede mo bang i-promote ang bata kapag may bagsak siyang 3 subjects? Again, kapag 3 subjects na ang bagsak ng bata, pwede mo ba siyang i-promote sa next grade level? 3 failed subjects. Okay? Pwede mo ba siyang i-promote? No. Very good. Kapag 3 subject na po ang bagsak ng bata, dapat balik na siya sa kanyang the same grade level. Huwag mong i-promote. 3 subject na yan. So, kailan mo ba i-promote ang bata? Kapag wala siyang bagsak. At kapag 2 lang ang bagsak niya. Sir, i-promote mo siya 2 ang bagsak? Hindi mo agad i-promote, teacher. Dapat niya munang ipasa ang remedial classes. Again, dapat niya munang ipasa ang remedial classes para siya ay ma-promote sa next grade level. Okay? Malinaw yon? Walang bagsak hanggang sa 2 bagsak. Pass the remedial classes, promote. Kapag 3 ang bagsak, retain. Kapag 2 ang bagsak, remedial, and then promote. Malinaw? Yes. What is the lowest grade that you can give? 60. Can you fail a student because of absences? Yes, given na 20% and above ang kanyang absences sa total number of school days. Okay? Next item. Punta tayo sa grading system. How is the learner's progress reported? Okay, meron tayo ditong descriptor, meron tayong grading scale, at meron tayong remarks. Now, tingnan yung mabuti yan dahil may 4 na item sa board exam na laging tinatanong dyan galing sa chart na yan. So, I hope na mag-pay attention tayo. Wait, sir, question. Ay, may tanong dito, so sasagutin ko muna. Sir, question. Ba't po sa private school namin na failed 72 ang pinapa-reflect sa card, hindi po 60? Senior school teacher po. Lowest grade po yung 60. Okay? Lowest grade po yung 60. Pero kung 72 naman yung nakuha niya, hindi pa rin pasado yan. Failed pa rin yan. Bakit? Dito mo po makikita na ang 75 ang pasado. Tingnan mo sa remarks, 75 to 79 pasado. 80 to 84, ayan, hanggang 100 pasado yan. So yung 60, lowest grade na pwede mong ibigay. Pero pwede ka bang magbigay ng 70, sir? Pwede. Pwede ka bang magbigay ng 72, sir? Pwede. Okay? Yun yung nakuha niya eh. 'Di ba? So yun po. I hope malinaw yun. So now, pag-usapan natin yung mga lumabas na board exam questions sa grading system. Sinasabi sa board exam. Ano daw ang descriptor ng 75? Fairly satisfactory. Ano daw ang descriptor ng 80? Satisfactory. Ano daw ang descriptor ng 90? Outstanding. Ano daw ang descriptor ng 85? Very satisfactory. 4 na board examination question lumabas noong March. Now, walang kodigo. Tingnan natin kung kaya mo. Okay? I-drill natin yun. Ayos? Let's go. Ano ang descriptor ng 75 below? Patay. Did not meet expectations. Again, 75 below. Did not meet expectations. What about for 80? Satisfactory. What about for 90? Outstanding. What about for 75 to 79? Fairly satisfactory. Kapag naman po 75 below, did not meet expectation. Bilisan natin. 84. Satisfactory. Okay, sagutin na lang po ako S, O, F, S, and S. Okay? 83. 91. O. What about 89? VS. What about for 83? S. What about for 78? FS. What about for 79? FS. What is the lowest grade? 60. Can you give 72? Yes. Can you give 75? Pasado na yan. How many grades na dapat hindi bagsak ang bata? I mean, how many failures na allowed ang bata? 2. Pwede ba siyang ma-promote? Yes. Pero kailangan niyang ipasa ang remedial classes. Pero kapag 3 ang bagsak, retain. Okay? Kapag naman po tinatanong ka, teacher, pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata dahil marami siyang absent? Yes. 20% and above. Okay? I-drill natin. Paano i-grade ang kindergarten? Again, i-drill natin mula simula hanggang dito. Tingnan natin kung makakasagot ka. Bilisan natin. Okay, so supersonic drills tayo ha. Bilisan natin. Okay, paano i-grade ang kindergarten? Checklist and portfolio. What about senior high school? 2 quarters determines the final grade in a semester. What about making judgment? Evaluation. What about the process of gathering and identifying qualitative and quantitative data? That's assessment. What about for assessment of learning? Summative, formative. Summative. What about for mastery of learning? That's mastery. That's formative. Long quiz. Summative. Short quiz. Formative. Malinaw yan? Yes. What are the 3 components of summative evaluation or summative assessment? The WW, the PT, and the QA. Given at the end of the quarter. QA. Long quiz. WW. Performance skills. Performance task. Okay? Assess understanding. Written works. What about inquiry? That's performance task. What about allow students to express and demonstrate? Performance task given at the end of the quarter. That's quarterly assessment. Okay? Quarterly assessment. What is the lowest grade? 60. Can you give grades of 72? Yes. What is the descriptor of 75? Descriptor tayo, 75. Fairly satisfactory. What about for 80? Satisfactory. What about for 90? Oh, what about for 89? Very satisfactory. What about for 85? Very satisfactory. What about for 75 below? That's did not meet expectations. What's the lowest grade? 60. Tandaan nyo po yan ha. Again, the lowest grade is 60. 60 packles. Okay? Malinaw yun, teachers? Ayun. Tama ba? Nakakasabay ka ba dyan? Were you able to cope with? Ayun. Next item tayo. Can you fail a student because of absences? Yes. 20% and up sa kanyang absences, yon bagsak. Pero, ayun, yung PBB mo, teacher, yung questions po ng high-ranking officials, bakit mo binagsak to? Ang hirap, ano? Nag-home visitation ka ba dyan? Binigyan mo ba ng alternative delivery modes ang bata? Ano yung mga alternative delivery modes natin? Meron tayong is, meron tayong misosa, meron tayong e-impact, meron tayong OHSP. Binigay mo ba sa kanya yan? Ba? So, ayoko na ma-experience yan, sir. Oy, 75 na lang ang aking ibibigay. Yun. Next teacher, please. Next teacher, ayan, konsimisyon, di ba? Okay. Misosa po. Misosa. Okay? Sige nga, i-drill nga natin yon dahil napag-usapan na rin lang. Ano yung ibibigay mo sa bata na ang layo ng paaralan sa kanyang bahay, may 7 bulubundukin, 3 karagatan na kanyang tatawarin bago ang paaralan? Open high school program. Sa mga gifted na bata, tapos malayo ang kanilang lugar, ano ibibigay mo? Affordable and effective, no? Is effective and affordable secondary education. Kapag naman po i-divide mo ang bata, ang half nandito sa school, ang half pumunta ng bahay, that's misosa. Modified in-school and off-school approach. Kapag naman po ang isang room ay merong 3 or 4 na grade levels, ano naman yan? Multi-grade. Again, ang isang room merong 4 o 3 sections, ang tawag dyan, multi-grade. Kapag naman po may participation ng community, ang parents at teachers, may collaboration, ang tawag dyan, e-impact. Enhance instructional management by parents, community, and impact. Teachers. Okay? E-impact. Malinaw yon. Ayan, kapag naman po dinatanong sa board exam, what is parallel to formal educational system? Sagot, alternative learning system. Tanong, part ba ng basic education ang ALS? Tanong, part ba ng basic education ang ALS? Sagot, part ba ng basic education ang ALS? Yes or no? Okay, di ba? Clear as the sun. Malinaw po ba ang paliwanag natin? Okay, may nag-no, may nag-yes. Ano ba ang ating basic education from kinder to grade 12? So kapag nag-college ka, dapat na kumpleto mo raw yung basic education mo. Narinig mo na ba na may nag-college na galing ng ALS? Yes. So, ibig sabihin pala, ang alternative learning system is part ng basic education. That's a yes. Again, uulitin ko po. Alternative learning system is part of the basic education dahil nire-recognize yan ng higher institutions of learning na parte ng ating curricula. Okay? Ang ALS po ay yes. Yan po ay parte ng ating basic education. Align pa rin siya. Very good! Next item. Nag-aaral. Oh yeah, that's true, diba? Yung mga may kaibigan, alam nila. Pero yung mga walang kaibigan, hindi nila alam na parte pala ang ALS. So ngayon, alam na nila. Next item. How many consecutive days that the teacher should call the attention of the parents for tardiness of the learners? Okay. Again, ilang araw daw na absent ng bata na dapat mo nang tawagin ang atensyon ng kanyang mga magulang. Sige nga. Okay. How many consecutive days that the teacher should call the attention of the parents for tardiness of the learners? Isang absent, dalawang absent, tatlong absent, apat na absent, or apat na absence, or 5 absent. Actually, lumabas na yung correct answer. Kayo talaga eh. Na-click ko na nga, hindi nyo pa itinama. 5 consecutive absences. 5 unexcused consecutive absences. Pero kapag tinanong ka, how many consecutive absences lang, ang sagot mo na agad dyan, tardiness pala. No, sorry, erase. Tardiness. Ibig sabihin, 5 sunod-sunod na araw na late ang bata. No, it's not absences. Balik. Erase. Tardiness ang tinatanong. Basahin nyo naman. Tardiness, okay? Kapag 5 beses nang absent ang bata, tawagin mo na si parent. Okay? Yan lamang po yung binigay sa DepEd order, ha? 5 tardiness. Question po. If failed ba sa 3 subjects, ay 3 subjects lang ba babalikan or lahat ng subjects? Lahat ng subjects po. Draw Ranger, yes po, lahat ng subject babalikan niya na kasi nga po the same grade level. Wala naman pong irregular student sa basic education. Maliban po sa college. Sa college po kasi kung ano yung course na nabagsak mo, yun lamang yung babalikan mo. 'Di ba? Pero sa ating basic education, kapag 3 subject na ang ibinagsak mo, that simply means na lahat ng subject babalikan mo na siya. Okay? Again, teachers, ilang araw na tardy ang bata, dapat itawag na si parent. That's 5 days. That's 5 days. Okay? Next item. Tingnan natin ang distribution ng percentages, no, under the written work, the performance task, and the quarterly assessment. Merong dragonfly na nakapasok. Okay. Sige. So, madali lang to teachers, no? Kapag languages, no, language subjects, tandaan nyo po ang salitang languages. Kasali na dyan si Araling Panlipunan at si Values Education. So, kapag malabo, makinig na lang po sa akin, no? Kapag sinasabi nating written work, pag-uusapan nyo agad dyan ang yung mga long quiz, no? Yung mga assess understanding, yung nagpe-prepare ng bata para sa quarterly assessment, that is written work. Okay? Now, kapag languages, ang distribution dyan, 30, 50, 20. English, 30, 50, 20. Filipino, 30, 50, 20. AP, 30, 50, 20. Values Education, 30, 50, 20. Religious Education, 30, 50, 20. Ang hirap naman pong i-memorize niyan, sir. Okay, ganito na lang. I-memorize mo na lang si Science and Math, MAPE, and TLE. Wow! Ganun ba, sir? Yes. Kasi po, kapag Science and Math, 40, 40, 20. 40 kay written work, 40 kay performance task, and then 20 kay quarterly assessment. At i-memorize mo na rin si MAPE and TLE. 20, 60, 20. Written work niya 20, and then performance task niya 60, and then quarterly assessment niya 20. Board exam questions. Totoo ba na ang grades 1 to 10 parehas ang equivalent ng kanilang quarterly assessment? Tanong, sa board exam, totoo ba na sa grade 1 to 10, parehas ang amount or value ng percentage distribution ng quarterly assessment? Yes, kita nyo naman 20, 20, 20. Sino ba ang may pinakamataas performance task? That means, ang ating curriculum ngayon ay, ayan, binigay na po ang pinakamataas na importansya sa mga ginagawa ng bata. Okay? Kapag naman po written work, that vary, across subjects. Pag sinasabi natin, sige. So, ipapadrill ko po ang subject, sabihin mo kung ano ang kanyang written work. Kapag sinasabi kong science, 40. Kapag sinasabi kong languages, 30. Pag sinasabi kong Filipino, 30. Pag sinasabi kong MAPE, 20. Punta tayo sa performance task. Pag sinasabi kong math, 40. Pag sinasabi kong languages, 50. Pag sinasabi kong EPP, 60%. Totoo ba na parehas lang sila ng quarterly assessment? Yes, that's grades 1 to 10. Pero kapag sinasabi natin grades 11 to 12, magkaiba na po yan. Bakit? Meron tayong core subjects, meron tayong academic track, at meron tayong TechVoc. Okay? Pag sinasabi natin core subjects, ayan, 25% ang kanyang written work, performance task niya ay 50%, at ang quarterly niya na equivalent ay 25%. Sa nakikita natin, performance task is still getting the highest percentage. So kapag tinanong ka, bakit ganyan? Because we are giving more importance to the skill being learned by the students in the teaching and learning process. Okay? So again, teachers, screenshot nyo lang po yan, i-familiarize ninyo. Ang core subjects po natin, meron siyang 25, 50, and 25. Ang atin pong academic track, yung tinatawag nating immersion, mga research, mga business enterprise, simulation and exhibit, and also performance that gives you 35, 40, and 25, and then all other subjects that are not part of the core subjects, that is 25, 45, and 30. And also for the technical vocational courses, that is 20, 60, 20, yung mga exhibits. Again po, tingnan nyo na lamang po yung category kung saan sila kabilang. Pag sinasabi nating TechVoc, 20, 60, 20. Pag sinasabi nating academic track, depende kung anong subject ang kanyang tinutukoy. Pag sinasabi nating all other subjects, tandaan nyo po ang salitang all other subjects, that's 25, 45, 30. And kapag sinasabi nating under academic track, immersion, business enterprise, and performance, you have there's 35, 40, and 25. Okay? So, tingnan nyo na lamang po yan, i-screenshot ninyo, i-familiarize ninyo, dahil ang tanong lamang po sa board exam ay kanina. Yung sinabi kong, totoo ba na ang grade 1 to 10 ay parehas lamang po ang kanilang quarterly assessment? Tandaan nyo po, teacher, ito yung sinasabi ko. Kapag i-discuss ko pa to sa inyo, etong table 5 na to, yes, this is important when you teach, but you will learn this along the way. Ang atin pong ginagawa rito is let board exam review. So kapag pinapamemorize ko sa inyo yan, at hindi naman lalabas, walang kwenta. Ito yung sinasabi ninyong paulit-ulit ako dahil po, ang sinasabi ko lamang po ay ang laging tinatanong sa board exam. And sinasabi ko na po, di ba, huwag niyong i-memorize yan dahil hindi yan lalabas. Ito ang lalabas. Quarterly assessment, that's 20, 20, 20, true na parehas sila. Another board exam question, bakit matataas ang percentage ng performance task? Dahil po we are giving importance to what the students are able to do. Malinaw? Yes. Wala talaga senior high. Yeah, that's true. Ang lumalabas lamang po sa senior high ay yung voucher program at yung exploration at specialization. Okay? Yung exploration 7 to 8 and 9 to 10, that's specialization sa TLE. Okay? And maliban na dyan, wag nyo na pong atupagin ang senior high school dahil hindi siya masyadong tinatanong. Yes. Yes, I am uploading this video po right after the live. So do not worry ha. Mapapanood nyo po ito right after the live. So no worries. Next item. Board exam question. How do we compute the grades in MAPE? How do we compute the grades in MAPE? Mas mataas ba si arts? Mas mataas ba si PE? Mas mataas ba si music? Mas mataas ba si health or parehas lang sila? How do we compute grades in MAPE? You are going to get the average of the 4 components: music, arts, physical education, and health. So that means na hindi po mas mataas si PE. Kasi po, board exam question, sinasabi doon, mas mataas ba si PE? Mas mataas ba si health? Mas mataas ba si music? Mas mataas ba si art? No. They have the same weight. And you just have to add and divide them. And that will yield the final grade for MAPE. Okay? And, malinaw na ba yun? Ayos ba? Sige nga, i-drill natin from the top, no? I-drill natin from the top, bilisan lang natin para at least matapos tayo ng maaga today. Pa daw mag-duty. Ayan, 8:55 pa naman. Okay, let's start from the top po. Kaya ba? Actually po, hindi yan pixelated. You just have to click the 3 dots at the upper right and then you select 1080 pixels. Tapos makikita nyo na po ang HD ng aking presentation. Okay, sige. Sige, so focus na, focus mula simula hanggang sa dito. Okay? Mula simula hanggang sa dito. Bilisan lang natin. Okay, paano ba kinompute ang grades ng kindergarten? Checklist and portfolio. What about for grade 12? That's sum of 2 quarters and then that determines the final grade. Okay? The 2 quarters determines the final grades. What about for the grades 1 to 10? Very good. That's sum of 4 quarters determines the final grades. Pag sinasabi natin true to all ba na 20% ang lahat ng quarterly assessment from grade 1 to 10? Yes, very good. Pag sinasabi natin identify, the process of identifying, gathering, and organizing data, assessment. Pag sinasabi natin judgment, evaluation. Pag sinasabi natin mastery, formative. Pag sinasabi natin after the instruction, summative. What are the 3 components of the summative exam? That's written work, performance task, and the quarterly assessment. Pag sinasabi natin languages, ano ang kanyang distribution? 30, 50, 20. Kapag science and math, 40, 40, 20. Kapag TLE and MAPE, that's 20, 60, 20. Bakit mataas ang performance task? Because we are giving more importance to what the students can do. Okay? Totoo ba na parehas ang quarterly assessments? Yes, very good. Ano yung nag-a-assess ng understanding? Written works. Ano yung promotes inquiry? Performance task. Ano naman yung nagpre-prepare ng mga bata sa quarterly assessment? Written work. What is given at the end of the quarter? Quarterly assessment. Allows the students to express. Performance task. Allows the students to demonstrate. Performance task. Malinaw ba yun? Yes. Ire-record mo ba ang formative assessment? No. Again, ire-record mo ba ang formative assessment? No. Ano yung ire-record mo? Yung summative assessment. Malinaw ba yun? Yes. Pwede mo bang ibagsak ang bata kapag meron siyang absences? Yes. Ilan? 20% and above. Ano ang pinakamaliit na grado na pwede mong ibigay sa bata? 20%. Ano yan? 20%. Descriptors tayo. Okay? 75. Satisfactory. 85. Very satisfactory. 80. Satisfactory. 90. Outstanding. 75 below. Did not meet expectation. Again, 75 below. Did not meet expectation. 75 to 79. Fairly satisfactory. 80 to 84. Satisfactory. 85 to 89. Very satisfactory. 90 to 100. Outstanding. Tandaan nyo yun. May apat na board examination question doon. Malinaw? Yes. How do we determine the final grade in MAPE? Sum of 4 components divided by 4. And that determines the final grade for MAPE. Malinaw ba yun? Yes. Ayos ba tayo dyan? Yes. Papasa na ba? Yes. Magtatap na? Yan, last board exam na ba to? Ayan, ipapasa mo na to. Wala nang atrasan ba? Ayan, very good. Just review the other videos. Review this video because naka-record po ito. Were you able to follow? Nakakasabay ka ba, teacher? Ayos ba? Nakakasabay ka ba? Ayan. So, malinaw na po sa'yo ang DepEd Order number 8 series of 20. Ayan. 15 dahil i-discuss natin ang buong detalye. So, ganung mga previous videos. And then, eto, i-upload ko to. You can review this one for you to review things para masabayan mo ko sa mga padril na ginagawa natin. Thank you so much. Ayos pa ba tayo dyan? 60 days na lang before the board examination. Kaya na bang ipasa kung ngayon ang board examination natin? Ayun, very good. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rosalitina. Ayun, nagbigay siya ng 125 pesos. Thank you so much po sa continuous na support ninyo sa ating YouTube channel. Meron na tayong BIR, meron na tayong DTI. We are registered. Ang problema na lamang natin ay yung ibabayad natin sa ating monthly bills na ating ipinail doon sa BIR. So please do not skip ads, no, as a little help for our channel, and also subscribe, tell your friends, no, baka yung mga ordinaryong friend, wag na po yung mga summa and magna cum laude kasi po hindi sila bagay rito dahil matatalino po sila. Gusto nila ng hindi madaling paliwanag kasi nakaka-board yun. Kapag matalino ka naman talaga, naboboard ka sa mga simpleng paliwanag. Pero kapag ikaw ay ordinaryong estudyante lamang na katulad ko, you will really have fun with the explanations that are very easy, with the explanations that are understandable, the explanations that are from the plebeians, no? Yung mga common na tao, okay? And tayo yan. We are ordinary students that are exerting extraordinary efforts. And do not be inferior with those na nag-cum laude, nag-summa cum laude, or magna cum laude. That will not determine your results in the board examination. Tandaan nyo po na ang board exam is only for those who are very diligent in studying. Hindi po yan ibig sabihin na cum laude or meron kang flying colors, meron kang Latin honor, ay pasado ka na agad. Marami pong may Latin honor na bumabagsak dahil tamad, dahil ayaw magpaturo, dahil close-minded. So if I were you, tandaan nyo po, you can top even though ordinaryong estudyante ka lamang. And then, Sir Melvin po, tandaan nyo po, ang lagi kong sinasabi, I am not perfect. You can criticize me, you can correct me, but be courteous. Pag-usapan natin yan, bigay mo yung source mo, and then ipapaliwanag ko yung side ko, and then kapag nakita natin kung ano yung tamang sagot, let's meet halfway, and then i-update ko yan sa next live ko. Okay? So, thank you so much, teachers, and again, uulitin ko po, simpleng tao lang po ako na nagtuturo sa inyo. I'm not connected, no, with any review center, at wala po akong dinidiscourage na ibang review center na wag manood, wag mag-enroll sa kanila. I always encourage everybody, mag-enroll ka sa review center kapag may pera ka naman. Di ba lagi kong sinasabi yan? And then, kung walang-wala talaga, what's your choice? Hahayaan mo na lang ba na babagsak ka? Do not allow it to happen. Why? Nandito po ang channel natin, and this is for you na walang-wala sa buhay. Naka-live ito, nakalibre, magpa-load ka lamang, di ba? Nakapag-Facebook ka nga, nakapag-TikTok ka nga, parang sa pangarap mo, 10 pesos, YouTube 10, hindi mo pa mabigyan ng pagkakataon para po sa walang-wala. Pero para po sa mga meron naman, mag-enroll ka sa review center, bumalik ka rito, i-drill kita sa mga pinag-aralan mo doon. Okay? So, are we good? Papasa na ba? Magtatap na? Last board exam mo na ba to? O, okay pa ba tayo dyan? Ayan. Sir Melvin, ano ba talaga ang pinakamagandang motivation para po sa pag-aaral? O sige, paglabas ng board examination results, close your eyes, close your eyes. Paglabas ng board examination result, isipin mo, wala ang pangalan mo. Isipin mo, si mama, naka-scroll. Si kuya, yung kaibigan mo, yung kaaway mo, yung ex mo, hinahanap yung pangalan mo. Wala silang makita. Bumagsak. Oh, hindi pa ba sapat na motivation yan? Para di ka mag-aral? Yun. So kung natatakot ka na dyan, mag-aral ka. Huwag kang antukin. You need to because you have to. Okay? And if you are a repeater, forget about your failures. you are smarter now. Okay? Dahil nag-aral ka. Dahil may Sir Melvin ka. Hindi po ako perfect, pero naipasa ko po ang board exam. Pag nag-top kayo, ayan, paki-share sa inyong mga kaklase, sa mga kaaway ninyo, sa mga best friends, sa mga classmates. Ayan, sabihin niyo po mag-join sila rito. I mean, manood sila, no? Baka naman matulungan sila, pero wag na po yung mga matatalino. Okay? Yung mga ordinaryong estudyante lang, yung tayo-tayo lang, di ba? So, goodbye na po. God bless you. Ingat kayo lagi. Mag-aral ka muna. Wag ka munang matutulog, ha? Kasi po, ayan, 9:11 pa lamang. So, wag mong, ayan, sayangin yung oras, no? Napaka-ikli na lamang po ng 60 days for your preparations. See you next live. Sir Melvin here. I-upload ko po ito. Just click the subscribe button para agad po na makikita nyo po ang uploaded videos. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Thank you so much.